posting trot. They're the ones that figured out, and they moved their whole armies by doing this, and they weren't even tired after 10 hours of this. So this should be the easy thing for you and your horse. Okay, so now as we are warming up, we're not going to let it just mindlessly go around here. We're going to start doing, with Angel, is going to start doing a serpentine, 3 loops, twice across the ring, and you're going to follow up, okay, Kaya? So you're each going to do a serpentine, 3 loops across the ring, and we're going to straighten the horse over the center line and rebend him, and push him from outside rein to outside rein, meaning that your left leg will now close on him and you follow on contact on your right, and then sit and change your diagonal. Well done. And then bend him around the new leg. Good. And you're on your wrong diagonal, Kaya. Good. And change again. And easily around your inside leg. And you can now do that again and add another loop. And bend them a little bit more each time around the loops. Like right there, Angel, you're going to get him a little bit more bent around the leg. Then close your left hand, but follow with it. Good. Push him into the left ring. It's like you have a ball in your hand and you throw it from outside hand to outside hand. Make sure you turn them and control the shoulder with your outside ring. Good. Okay. There's a good start. Now, while you're still posting, just go straight down, come down the center line, and leg yield to the right. At the rising trot, at the posting trot. Keep off their backs for just a little longer. Turn down center line, and we did the leg yields. That's a smart girl. Wait till we can see you by yourself. Thank you, Kaya. Good job. Look up, Angel. Thank you. Navigate. Look where you're going. Otherwise, you won't get there. Good. Very nice. Now, we saw this leg yield with the younger horses, and there was a lot of shuffling and complaining. Not here. These horses are more proficient, and they know this stuff, and they think nothing of it. So here is the leg yield easy. The horse yields away from the leg as the rider demands it, and they know how to do that. Very little bend in the neck away from the direction of travel, and going sideways from the inside leg. Good. And you can see there's no resistance here. The horses are more than happy to just go as soon as they feel the weight of the leg. Excellent. Good job. Very good, Angel. Don't clamp with your knees. Put your weight in your big toe and let your thigh come down. Good. And don't look down at your horse, Kaya. That's right. Look where you're going. Navigate, girls. You wouldn't drive a car like that. You'd be in big trouble. Okay. So look ahead. Clamp where you're going. And then working trot sitting. And then shorten the reins a little bit and remain on the circle around me. Shorten your reins a little bit and working trot sitting. And then starting with Kaya, pick up your canter left lead. We are still in the warm-up stage. So the horse is a little bit long. We're trying now. Well done. That was a lovely. You can count yourself. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So all is well here. Then we are going to ask them for a down transition, and hopefully the girls will just stabilize their core, their middle, and ask the horse to come through. And those of you who were here earlier can see how much easier these horses went through this whole syndrome. The other horses earlier were not sure, they lost their balance, they came against the hand, they had all kinds of little complaints. These horses are like, whatever. They're used to it. So then reverse, please. Come through the circle, change your rein. And then we go the other way. And we will do that transition back and forth on the other side. A very telltale transition. If the horse is not doing it well, that means the back is not working correctly. And the connection is not good enough. And then sitting trot again. And go ahead and canter. That's right. Go wedding canter this way too. And move them a little bit more energy in that canter. Just with your inside leg, Angel. Make him jump off the ground. There you go. A little more jump. Make him enthusiastic. Move him into the left leg. Good job. Kaya, you have a very nice position. You're sitting very well, except you insist on tilting your head to the right and looking down. Keep the chin up. And also pushing your thigh and your knee down just a little bit more. I like your leg better than on this side than the other. You broke the other one. Ha! See how perceptive I am? Wow. I'm sorry. Then I guess we can not complain too much. But this looks a lot better on this side. So how long ago was that? How long? Oh, well, you know, if it doesn't set just right, then you always live with it, especially on a horse. Okay, so then let's prepare again for a down transition, a little half hold, and there they are. Excellent. Good job, both of you. Okay, so walk, please. So there we have a good warm-up. It took them, what, 5 minutes to warm up? Wonderful. That's all we need. Some people warm up for half an hour, then everybody's tired, and now it's time to go home. And the horses will make, if you don't watch out and you don't warm them up just the amount that you want them to be, then they will do that to you. They will make you warm up and warm up and warm up. And I'm not quite ready, I'm sorry, I can't work yet. Well, that's nonsense. So now they find they're going, we have made certain that they are sound and ready to work. So now we shorten up the reins, and from now on it's serious, okay girls? Now we're going to start working. So shorten them up enough that you have a good firm hold of the connection, not pulling, just feeling that they're in your hand. That your arms are much better, more relaxed now, that's much better, Kaya. And then prepare for air time between each stride. It's like, it's a music term, actually, we have the music, but it's just that phrase, that part of the horse when he comes up in the air and stays a little bit longer suspended. The more we can get of that without turning it into a massage, the better it is at the trot. The more the horse looks exciting to look at. And you can see now that these horses trot differently than they did when we had them long and low. Can you see that? They have changed their way of trotting because the rider said, okay, now get into the school trot now. My seat will tell you how much to come off the ground, and they're going to bend their knees and pick themselves up from behind. And this is important. So now, to get them even more engaged, we start with some of the lateral work that we saw before, but again, these horses are going to do it better. So starting with Angel, could you do a shoulder in down alongside, please? This, as we recall, is a 3-track movement. It's the only 3-track movement that we perform. And it's very difficult to get it right. That means that left front and right hind work together on one track and the other 2 legs, feet on separate tracks. And then come down center line up there, Angel, and do a shoulder in right towards the audience. There. This is what you want to see. Good, Kaya. Now push your knees down a little bit. You want to see 3 tracks. In other words, you want to describe left, yeah. And then go the other way, shoulder in left, and come down again center line. So for those of you that are sitting right in front of you, you should be seeing left front leg and 2 others, but nothing else. Just 3 legs should be in your vision, if she had the right angle. We'll look at that again. Then prepare up there, good Angel, turn, look ahead, plan your turn, and then shoulder, there you go. Aha, steady, right rein, left, don't let him get like a drunken sailor here. Ride that left knee forward. Pretend you're having a string, pulling your left knee right up into the audience. Good. And when you look ahead, it works a lot better, doesn't it? Okay, walk for a minute, Angel. Good, Kaya. That's it. Very good. Very steady angle, huh? Super. Okay, both of you walk, please. So this is the shoulder in, which is the basic lateral movement for engagement, to produce engagement. And that means ability to lift the shoulder forward off the ground and push the horse and the rider on him forward into the and up into the bridle. We can do other things that are also included in this test. Mostly in second level, we do the shoulder in and the haunches in, or traverse. But at this level, we introduce the half pass. Before, we were only kidding with the other horses when they started to learn it and didn't love it much because it's very difficult. These horses know their half pass, which means that the horse will go forward and sideways in the direction that he's looking. He will look to the right and go to the right and then to the right and cross his legs as he's doing this. This is a very difficult movement. It is very spectacular when it's done correctly and the audience loves it, but it can also serve as a good suppling exercise when the horse has talent for it, but it can also be very difficult for the horse. It is a taxing exercise and probably one of the most abnormal things we do with the dressage horse. We like to say that everything we do in dressage the horse would do in nature. Well, that's not true about the half-pass. They would never try to bend and go in the direction. Why would they ever do that? And it's hard on them. So, but it's an excellent suppling exercise and very popular in the horse shows when you have the very agile horses that just keep going across like this, you know. So we keep it in, but it's very difficult, especially at the trot. Canter's a little easier. Okay, so we are now going to try to see what that looks like, and we can start with you, Kaya, while you fix your equipment there. So collected trot, and let's start by doing just a simple half circle up in the other end, and come back to the left with a half pass back to the wall. So Kaya, half circle left. Look at the long side, position your horse to the left, and then go half pass left. Little half horse to steady him in the right. Good. Can you all see that he's looking to the left and bending a little to the left and crossing his legs? And quite willing about it too. Well done. Good girl. Okay, so then we will see the same thing, please, with Angel. Position your horse left and come ahead. And Kaya, when you get up there, you can come the other way. Same thing, different horse. He could, a little more left leg, because that's the leg that gives you impulsion. Good. He's crossing well as well, and he's going sideways, and you saw him doing everything. But in his case, I would like him to be a little more engaged. Not so much leaning in the bridle for self-carriage. Good. Very nice, Kaya. Now that looks light and happy and forward and well done. Walk, please. And let's look again at Angel. And with him, Angel, I want you to use a little more inside leg. That is the leg that gives him the impulsion. The outside leg moves him sideways, but the inside leg gives him the bounce and the energy. Little half horse left, good. Yeah, just look where you're going. Put your thumbs in that direction. Look where you are. There. Feel the difference? That was much more lift and easier looking in the bridle. Well done. But the inside leg is what creates the upward movement and the energy. So now let's see that. Coming down the center line. Could you come down the center line and go left and right, just like a counter change of hand? In the half pass, and then this is what we do next. Now once we have them going nicely one way, then we go, now go the other way. And we make it a zigzag. In the beginning, the horse starts saying, okay, make up your mind. Which way do you want to go? But this is all to show that he is supple, equally bendable, equally supple, both ways. Yes, he's bendable both ways, and that's a good start. We still want to see him try to carry himself a little bit better. And take him down in a shoulder in, and then come down again, shoulder in right there. And little bit of whip there. Now come on, Angel. Little bit of whip behind the leg and say, come on. Yep. Move yourself up into my outside leg. Good. Now do that once more, the little zigzag. And then we do the same with you, okay? Good. Half fold right, that's it. Feel the better energy. Now half fold left and inside leg on him and let him come to the same. Much better. Doesn't matter. This is training, you know? It doesn't matter. So he said, well, that was a little more pressure. And he tried to escape into the canter. No big deal. They will, and we just have to correct it, like Angel just did, and then we go again. Now go ahead and do a half pass right, just to show him how it's going to be, okay? There you go. And he listened there. Well done. Good girl. Okay. So, you can start anytime, come down center line, and let's see what he looks like. In a little shorter range, don't grab with your knee, and try to lengthen, keep your legs as long as possible. And then a half hold right there to set him up a little bit. That's it, Kaya. Yeah, set him under. Good. Atta girl. And then down center line and go right and left. And he's so small, he can probably go left again. Bend right, good. Keep coming. Lovely. Can you see his legs crossing? Good. Half hold, bend the other way. Ah, that's super. Good pony, huh? Great. Okay. Thank you, girls. This is a very difficult movement. It takes a long time to teach them, and as I said, the ones that naturally are very talented are not so difficult, but since this is a program for all horses, it's a lot for some of them. You have to be careful training the half pass so you don't overtrain it, because it isn't natural at all, whatever we say, and you can really make the horse. Start with maybe with Kaya, and get him into a collected canter, and then we want to see the half pass at the canter, but not before you feel he's really cantering up. And give him a little break, because with the two of it, they work plenty. So give him a completely a break for a minute. And then develop the canter left lead. Excellent. Good. And then sit on him. That's right. Sit on him and push him up a little bit more. Make him a little bit shorter behind, a little bit more collected. Make him sit up and lighten his shoulder. Good job. Very good. Keep your chin up. Both of you have a chin problem. There you go. And otherwise, your seat is very nice, very firm and not irritating the horse at all. And quite the contrary, helping him out. So then, let's go to the next corner, circle in the corner and prepare, and then go a half pass left to the center line. So down in this corner, circle, Kaya. Good. And bend him a little bit more and connect it. And don't let him melt. Now come on. Yeah, that's right. Don't let him quit. Now you need the energy. Position him, bend him left, and half pass left. Good. Half hold right again. Keep him. Yes, that's right. Take a little hold in the inside rein if you have. Good job. And turn left again. Good. Excellent. Now down the long side, a medium canter. And then come back. Good. Bigger. Bigger. More uphill. Atta girl. Super. And then bring him back to his hind leg and come into the corner. And then come to the center line without going into the circle. Half pass left and go. Well, you can circle if you want. If you feel that, that's a good thing to do. If the horse isn't ready, don't just start it. It's not going to work, is it? If you feel that, get back to basics, and you can start him up again. Good. Half hold right and sit, bend him, look up. Where are you going? That's right. Left leg and straight. Good girl. And turn left and walk. Straight. So that's the half pass at the canter, and now we're going to see every horse has their own little way of doing things. So you will see a slightly different picture, not only because our black horse is bigger, but because it's just a different way of moving, and he is really nice and supple and obedient, huh? It's just, he's really on your page. I love the way he's thinking. So good. Okay, so now please go up, and then if you want to circle in the corner to prepare, feel free to do so. And then you're going to look at the center line when you come in the half pass to the center line. Good girl. Yeah, really sit, keep your eye up. Half off, right. And then half pass to the left. Contact right and both hands still. And come on. Yeah, a little more inside leg. That's where your impulsion comes from. Very good. Okay, nice big jump in the canter and straight. Good. And turn left. Okay. Good. He's ready to do his next trick. And I'll tell you what, both horses started to give their riders grief here on the center line because in third level, and I'll do these two. In third level, one of the movements is you come down the center line and make a flying change after the half pass. So they're all thinking, I know this. And that's what happened here. The horse got ahead of the rider. And, you know, you can't do anything about that. There's nothing wrong with a horse that is trying to do more than you ask for. So no punishment, nothing like that, just okay. You know, we just ignore that and wait till he really ask for it, but he's into it. Now, the flying change is included in the third level work, but another thing that we want to visit first is the half pirouette at the walk. This is a very difficult movement, and it's often ignored by the rider for as long as possible. And when you judge these things, you can tell that it hasn't been worked on. But it gets as many points in the test as the flying change, as the half pass, as whatever. So when you think about how to ride the test and win, you better be working on your half pirouettes at the walk because you get paid just as much for them. And when you ignore them for a while and they're horrible, you are not going to win over somebody that paid attention to this. And so let's take a look first at, I think Angel first because she looks ready for this. So whenever you're ready, prepare your horse and do a half pirouette left. We look at each one and then talk about the movement. So you can see the horse turning with the radius of its body around the hindquarters. And then just halt for a minute or walk. Now, what did you like yourself about this? He kept the rhythm at the walk. You're right about that. Yes, he did. Yes. He did not step backwards. That's another cardinal sin. Read that. And he was good in the rhythm. He didn't get lateral. But he did, the hunches escaped on the last ride. Yeah, they sort of went a bit, because you really have to be careful with your outside leg. So hold on to those hunches until the horse is ready to go forward. So that would have lost you half a point right there. So what you had here was a 6 or a 6.5 at the best. The preparation was good, but at the last step, the hunches escaped to the outside, and they can't do that. The horse has to step around its inside active leg. Let's try to do that once more. See if you can get a little bit more activity from him. And now right leg and out and go. See, that was better. Did you feel it? You control the hunches there. One thing it could have done is kept walk forward a little bit sooner. So it got a little wide behind and hesitated. That wouldn't have lost you as much as a point, but you could have had an 8, you got a 7.5. Okay? So half hold left and then sit and then keep asking him, be careful to keep that outside rein connected all the time, and then we're going to do it the other way. All these things are done both ways. There is no escaping that, and that's because we want the horse to be even both ways. How did you like that one? That was terrible. Okay, let's fix terrible. Here's a little tip. What you can do. Next time you go to the right, it's not the easy side, it's more difficult. Try this. Go first, turn him in a, I don't know where we should do this so they can all see it the best, but I'd like you to maybe go over there, because we're going to do this to the right. So I want you in that corner, and this is what you want to do, Angel. You want to go leg in from the corner to the left. When you feel that you have him totally in your outside rein, there he is, okay, in the left rein, then you do half pass right at the walk. So let's get going with that. This is just now we're training. It was no problem to the left. He did a good turn with a small correction. To the right, he has a problem. So now we deal with that. So we go leg in, left, into the left rein, and until you really feel him in your left rein, because that is vital, that you have him there. And that he's active enough and really walking. And really walking, that's right. Good, keep going. And then prepare to do half pass right. Whenever you're ready, don't let him off left leg, don't let him off the hook. Come on, no, he's not doing a half pass. A little more. And then half pirouette. Just keep it going. That's right. Keep that outside leg moving, keep it moving. That's difficult for him, huh? That's really interesting. Let's do that again, but we are on the wrong side. So we want to do, again, a leg. You can come down center line and do it. And he's lots less agile this way. Now do a little leggy left to half pass right. You don't have to go on forever. Come down center line right where you are. Good. And then leg into the left. That's correct. Take him over, a little pop with the right leg, tell him to wake up. There you go. Now shift your weight slightly to your right, and then left leg. Good. Left leg. Bring it with you. Good, that's right. And no? Okay, yes, right. And now bring him with you when you're ready, and take him around. Continue your half pass. There you are. Control it. You feel it? Much more control. Well done. Okay. And then raise it. Shoulder in here. Medium trot on the open part. So shoulder in, right there. How tight right? Little left leg. Yeah, up to the right rein. Shoulder in. Yeah. And when you're ready, on the open side, ask him to do a medium trot. Make sure he's in front of your leg. Use your core, your lower back, and your leg, and let's go. Come on. So he's running a little bit more than lengthening. He got faster, but not longer. And then we're going to do the same thing with you, Kaya, but stay away, okay? Make a circle here so we can talk and see each one of you separately. Half hold and steady, left leg, half hold, put him together, and send that horse. Come on. Yeah, better. That's better, but when you get more involved with the cadence in the seat, you will get a better response from it. And the shoulder in down here, I'm making you do that to engage him more. So you straighten him just slightly coming, yeah, that's right. You put him up to that right way, good. And then, when you come on the open side, prepare, and Kaya, you're on next time. Shoulder 4 right there, and go. Come on, a little slower, more push with your lower, yes, feel it coming? That's better, and then bring him back. Still he has to slow down a little bit more. He got a little too deep in the bridle, did you feel that? He got away from you, he dipped down with his nose, and he started to just play. Go back to the trot. Connection, and shoulder 4 on this end here. Good, and then ask again. Hands low, more lower back, and leg into it, and slow. Give him a little tap with the whip, a little tap, a little, there. Good girl, and bring him back. He's probably not used to doing it, and walk, please. He's not used to doing it on a circle. Yep, it's the best way to work the transitions, especially when you have a lot of space like this, and it's not hard on them. Okay, Kaya, once more. Shoulder 4 on the short side, and what we're doing here is actually working transitions. We're not letting them go all the way with a medium trot. Shorten your ends, Kaya. That's it. Get a hold of him a little bit. Push him up to the right leg. Half hold. Shorten the leg. Whoop. And go for it. Good. There we have it. Well done. Bring back. Left leg. Excellent. This, of course, walk please. This, of course, is done in the test on the diagonal. So that means the horse would have to go straight from point to point. It is easier to practice, and you should practice this more often on large circles, so you get your transitions more prompt, because he's a little bit dead in the transitions. You go, okay, and he sort of slowly gets organized and then lengthens. But he needs to be more ready, right? Good. Those horses are so relieved. They thought I was crazy with these half passes. Okay, so now let's do this. Keep cantering, please. And then half pass left from the corner over there, Angel, to the center line. then straighten it, flying change, and then half pass back to the corner. This is a little advanced for a third level horse, but we will try it. It comes later. Half pass, stay up there on the circle with him half uphill and straight, left rein, left leg, change, and now half pass right. We never got that far because he took over. That's okay, turn right, try it again. Half pass right and a little sharper angle. Oh God, he says, this is hard. Good girl. Come on, Angel, uphill. Good. And straight and change. That was a big change. Okay. And then keep going. That's another one. Okay, and here is, you can calm down up there a little bit and just walk because I don't want to be exhausted. All right, so we love the enthusiasm in his changes, but what would you like to make better? He's not slow behind, and he's not, and he's through every time. What I would like to see more of, instead of him making a giant effort and then landing on his front leg, that you have him a little bit more uphill in the preparation, give him a little less aid. I think he knows this better than you think. So we will experiment a little bit with keeping him up and straight, and then sort of touch him with the leg and see if instead of bucking into the change and being so over exuberant and coming on the forehand, in preparation for your tempo changes, you want him to land easier and keep going. He's like all over it now, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he needs to just make it easier on himself because this is too much work. Yeah, little smaller uphill canter, a little less aid and see what happens. I think you're a little afraid he's not going to be through behind, but he is. He's fine. He has been so far anyway. So let's give him the benefit of a doubt and approach the whole thing a little more quiet and casual and uphill primarily. Just go across the diagonal, thank you. Go across the diagonal, put it to the left rein, and in the change, a little left rein and leg and sit still. Perfect. That's what I wanted. I like that better, huh? Good. I don't want so much drama. Let's stop, lose the drama and just ride it forward. Now praise him. That was good. Very nice. So give him a little break and we get back to this. Now we want to see what he can do. So let's get organized, put him together, and we'll see our little white tornado here. Doing it good. So Kaya, canter please. Good. And then the same thing, let's do that half pass left, flying change, half pass right. And this is so much more horse, it's hard to fit him when he canters that big. But Kaya should have no trouble fitting him in and getting him back to the other corner. So half pass left, this is not asked for in your level, so it's a little hard. And look at the center where you want to go, straighten him, prepare him, left rein and leg, and half pass. Okay, now on the short side, there you go. But that comes next. That's something you have to work on for fourth level, getting those changes. Try it once more, and a little less aid. You're over-aiding him a little bit. He's really on it. He knows what you want. So try once more, same way. Start out of the corner, and then quieter aid, and put him into your new outside rein before you ask. Half pass left, position him. Big canter strike, inside leg on him for energy, good. That's the girl. Now don't let him die. Hold the left rein, small aid, beautiful, and back. Now keep him up to the right rein, sit still, don't lean forward and don't overdo. Lovely. Okay, that change was a lot quieter, less dramatic. And in the beginning, when we teach it to the horses, we teach the flying change, we always overdo the aids because they're laid behind, or they don't get it, or they lay behind the leg, and it's a circus. But these horses are ready now to be, I think, ridden with a little less aid, and you just have to trust them that they will do it. And what if they fail? So what? You just do it again, but you don't need in a test to have this like the first time. when he just knows your aid is coming and he goes, don't you kick me. And that was what that was all about. It wasn't about the change, it was about your aid and him anticipating your aid and going, well, if you're going to kick me, guess what? So now when you just said, you asked nicely, and you said, okay, that's good. So now let's try to do a little more with him. And in that same fashion, don't have a big fear that he won't be clean in the change. Allow him to fail if he has to learn this. But don't give him a huge aid. So just, let's do this. Come across half of the diagonal, do a flying change, and if it works really well, turn back over the second half and do a flying change. And then just sort of casual, uphill. If he doesn't feel ready, Angel, don't do it, okay? Don't ask him and head for disaster. Don't, yeah. Make it mission possible. So if he doesn't feel ready, don't ask. Just canter on. We always have another diagonal, right? And it's not so up and down, uphill and quiet. That was too much jumping. He was too wild and too downhill. Pick him up a little bit. Make it easier for him. Right. It's hard for that, and then forward. That's it. Left leg and right leg again. Sit still. Balance him. Keep him uphill. Don't make it a big deal. That's right. And not so sticky. He has to canter on. Refresh the canter a little bit. Refresh it. And then right rein and leg and quiet. Good. Okay. That was a little bit wild, but not too bad. Now come down the quarter line. And just ride him straight on the quarter line. Set him up. Now he doesn't anticipate it, hopefully. Set him up. Not too much aid, okay? Push him to the left rein first. Connection, left rein, left leg, really quite good. So I love that one. The same way up, good. Okay, super. And praise him. So he's really into it. He really likes this. He thinks a lot of himself here. Stop, stop, stop. It's good enough. Good. And come here and give him a cookie. All right. What a good kid. And I tell you, he'll be up too. He likes that. We're sure he'll do anything. Good. Okay, so pick him up. And just come up here around me. Shorten the reins a little bit. And just put him a little bit together, because he showed me before that he will be up. He sort of likes that. Shorten your reins a tad, and just close your lower leg, and just think trot in place. Just think that you want the horse to trot. There you go. That's a good beginning. Stop. Stop. And this is a good thing to teach him right now for his self-carriage and for the power behind. And he likes it. So, and this is all you want. You want, when you say, okay, Pia, then you want just this, a little trot in place. So she's stepping up now to a much more difficult movement. And we're using it for a training aid right now. So that this little trot in place is later on we're going to become a Pia, but right now we're using it just to train the horse to be a little more engaged. That's right. And this, and stop, this will help his extensions too. A lot. If you can teach him to be up a little bit like that and then go into a trot and extend, he already has it, because the one thing that he needs to develop is the self-carriage. When in doubt, he plunges on his forehead, and that's where he goes. So you have to say, no, it's just the opposite. Butt end down and shoulder up. But he's very, very willing and quite talented. He's a good horse. Okay, so let's see. Can you do a couple of changes without having him get all of you? Sit so nice and steady in the saddle. I have no doubt he can get rid of you, but he might try. So, really quiet changes. Try to make it easy looking, casual, and as I said before, if it doesn't feel good, then don't ask. Just sit and wait for the next opportunity. Good, Kaya. And now collect the canter just a little bit. Steady hands, eye up, little half foot, and come across the short diagonal towards me. And if it doesn't feel good, don't change. Keep your eye up. Good, excellent, that was easy. And now come the other way. And then do one way and one the other, just like you did. And there's a nice picture. And he is really nicely uphill. And chin up. You should be uphill too. There you go. Get your nose up. Right, brain, right. That was a little while. And you get on. And you were on his mouth too much. You need to not pull backwards with your hands in the middle of the change. You have the connection and you follow with your hand. Okay, once more this way. But don't get stronger with your aid. Just let him fail if he has to. Left rein, left leg, looking up, half walk. That one was laid behind. Do you feel it? Okay. Try again. Now you have to set him up a little bit better and be a little more clear with your aid. Good connection, chin up, sit still, and come across and make the canter just a tiny bit more active. Not faster, not wilder. Active before. No, he's still not clean behind. Get him then a little bit lower in front, okay? Just the opposite of what I wanted with the other horse. Get him a little rounder, because he's hollowing the back each time in the change. And can you see that he's not always through behind? Yeah, get him a little rounder. Good girl. That helped, huh? Good girl. Okay, and back to the walk.